Wow, that's so typical of you. How can you be so relaxed about all this? At this very moment, the enemy is doing who knows what behind the scenes. And yet we're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs in Ganeth Harrows.
I know that, but our hands are tied right now. What do you want me to do? And what's gotten into you anyway? Is there something you want to say to me, Shion?
Look, you're right. Forget I said anything.
If I said something to hurt you, I'm sorry. But I honestly don't know what I said to upset you so much. I really wish you would tell me.
You don't need to apologize. You didn't say anything. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault. Not really.
Then why?
Please just drop it. I don't want to talk about it.
All right. If that's what you want, I won't push any further.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Just don't be too hard on yourself, okay? No way! All right. Having to inform a mother her son died isn't an easy thing to do.
But if not us, then who? That's why we have to find her.
Sorry.
Yes.
All right.
How can she think of putting her son to rest as work? Because that's the way people were made to think about every aspect of their lives.
I know she doesn't mean anything bad by it. I know that, but...
It looks like she went out of town to take care of her son's body.
That's a little concerning. There are zeugles roaming around out there. We should follow after her. I wonder what we'll find out there this time.
Most likely zeugles, I would reckon.
I mean, other than them.
We should be able to cook here.
Yes.
What?
I'm afraid not.
I'm sorry.
Rinwell.
Huh?
Good.
Right.
That little speech you gave back there was pretty impressive, Al.
If you call letting your emotions get the better of you impressive, sure.
It made them stop fighting with each other, right? However...
Something's eating at you again, huh?
I don't know if I would say that. I mean... Actually, I guess I do have one or two things on my mind. My people, we lived in hiding, so we never really experienced the full extent of Renan oppression. Not directly, anyway. After Almadria killed my mother and father, though, I guess that's when I started hating them so much. The Renans, I mean. But then I think of all those people who were born into slavery. The ones who never even got angry in the first place because it was all they ever knew.
I hear you. Every city we've been to, it's the resistance that gets labeled the troublemakers for having the guts to do the right thing.
When it comes down to it, sometimes I wonder which of us really has the better way.
You can't let your anger eat away at you, Rinwell. But then again, losing your parents that way... Hell, who could really blame you for it if you did? I guess what I'm trying to say is... sorry. Hell, it's hard putting this stuff into words.
No, I get it. You're saying that grief and anger are different than hatred. I never thought of it like that. But hearing you say it, it makes sense. Thanks, La.
You're welcome? Judging by the stench, I'd say the animals at the ranch are all grown. Hey, look! We've got way more animals!
I never imagined Law would have a knack for husbandry.
Makes sense since they're on the same wavelength.
Coming through.
Take this!
Don't mind if I do.
It's over! Be still! Oh, no, no! Start up! I'll take you all
Get out
off!
of this!
You picked the wrong fight!
I'll face you.
I'm ready!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
You're mine! Double demon fang!
Freeze Lancer!
You're finished!
Crystal Spear! Here's the evil!
Wolverine Alpha!
Ready to go! Freeze Lancer! Denied!
Dazzle! Start up!
Resonate with the earth.
Air thrust!
Well then, I should probably think about tonight's menu.
That food there looks pretty tasty.
Yep, we can fix that new recipe with it.
I eagerly await the final result. Let's see what you've got.
Take this!
I never miss!
You're finished! Begin! Start up! You're my... No escape! Start up! Take this!
One more!
Double demon fang!
Mega Ray!
I'm ready!
Raging!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Citizen! You don't mess around. Don't
Certainly
mind if I
not.
do.
Double demon fang! Burn in hell!
Raging! Corruption!
Can't get out of
Do
this!
it!
You're finished!
Get toasty!
Bird strike!
A comfortable win.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Armor won't save you!
There! Go!
Come one, come all! Double demon fang!
Did that statue wielding art? Now I've seen everything!
Blind freaks! Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
The enemy wields arms too.
We'll soon see about that!
It's so impressive, Yohari.
Float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Or so they say. People who say that.
I'm ready! Remember!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Hold up! Is this as valuable as I think it is?
I wonder just how many people have been saved by Xion in some form. I'm impressed.
There's rumors flying around about people being saved by a Renan vision of beauty.
Vision of beauty? That's a bit much.
Alphen had better stay on his toes.
Where do I come into this?
poodle.
You sure he's not just trying to hide from us?
I think we've helped these people just about as much as we can. You're going to need more long-term aid than we can provide on our own.
You're right. We need to ask the other realms to send help, and fast.
What?
What's that noise?
Elfin, this is bad! Look at the sky!
Huh?
What's happening to Rena and Lenegis?
It looks like Lenegis is transforming? But into what? What's going on?
How the hell are we supposed to fight the Renans if they're packing that kind of arsenal?
It seems they've broken their silence at last. My concern is that object they've dropped into the water. It's as if they're driving a literal wedge into Danan.
Not just into Danan, but her own resistance too. And what's with that beam of light coming down from above? Got any idea what that could be?
Astral energy.
Are you serious? All of that is astral energy? But that...
It's a lot for sure. Not even all the astral energy harvested by every lord combined compares to that column.
They're trying to squeeze every last bit of energy out of the planet.
But why? I thought they only needed to harvest astral energy as part of the crown contest.
Who cares? If we don't stop it now, the whole of Danan is going to be hollowed into oblivion.
Oblivion.
Do you think that red woman is behind this?
It certainly wouldn't surprise me. Just as the Sovereign, the Maiden, and all 5 Master Cores are gathered in one location, she appears out of nowhere bearing a 6th core. She then forces the 2 of you to help her assemble the Renis Alma. Just what kind of person is this woman?
You mean you don't know her?
Pardon?
She was there at your palace, wasn't she? I figured you knew who she was.
Are you saying I should be familiar with this woman?
Well, sure. I remember seeing her with you back at Adelina Palace several times. Everyone in the guard always wondered who she was.
Now that you mention it, I remember seeing her with Balsif, too. You saw her, right, Shion? Shion?
Oh, sorry, I drifted off. As far as I remember, the first time I saw her was when we ran into her in Pelagian.
Seriously? How could you two not notice her before? She sticks out like a sore thumb.
I guess I always figured she kept an eye on the lords for the Renan top brass.
You're sure you don't remember ever seeing her before?
I'm certain of it. My memory has never failed me.
But if it's not that, then...
We'll get to the bottom of this later. Right now, that Wedge is a bigger concern.
Well, what are we gonna do then? We're not gonna be able to leave Ganeth until we come up with a plan, right?
Cyslodia lies beyond the northern mountain range.
Yeah, but we haven't found a single route through those mountains while we've been here. And we haven't gotten clues from any of the freed locals either.
Surely there must be a way through. This realm can't have been completely isolated from the rest of the outside world for 300 years. Volron may have simply sealed and hidden it.
Okay, then let's try asking the townspeople again if they know anything. Who knows? We might have missed something the first time around.
Sounds good to me. Better that than trying to build a boat from scratch. Let's start searching.
That must be Rena's true power.
I imagined there would be something, but not to this extent.
What's gonna happen?
I bet the whole of Dan is losing its mind right about now.
And just when we'd finished liberating all the realms. So much for things getting somewhere close to normal.
It's too calculated. As if whoever's behind all this was watching us.
The people of Pelagian seem pretty unfazed given the circumstances.
They've yet to get the full range of their emotions back. Maybe it's for the best. Can you imagine the panic otherwise?
Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to leave, that's for sure.
Whatever Lenegis is planning, it's a fair bet this wedge they've sent down is just the beginning.
Even now, they're stealing away Dana's astral energy as we speak. Come on, we don't have much time.
Hey, when that wedge dropped down on Danan, did anyone else see any weird lights shoot out with it?
Indeed. As I recall, it was 4 lights, each one a different color and going in a separate direction.
That's what I saw too. What were they?
Hold on. A lot just happened here, so let's take a minute. For now, let's focus on one thing at a time.
Where are these Forland Mountains? Exactly.
Those are the mountains you encounter if you walk deep enough into the Lavtu marshlands.
I don't remember there being any sort of path like that around there.
It's possible we overlooked something before. It wouldn't hurt to look again.
You guys want to rest here?
Forgive you!
Here I come! You're finished!
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance. In a vine?
Here I come! Flaming thrust! You're mine!
Shattering the elusive!
It's over! Double demon fang! Here I come! Damn it! It's too fast!
Stand back.
Double demon
Look
fang!
it up.
Take this! Double demon fang!
Now!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor. Catching a cold? Here, have this herb I found earlier.
I'm fine, thanks. Truly a trackless path.
Discourteous, aren't you?
Here I come! Burn in hell!
Far enough!
Elusive deity!
Raging storm!
It's your way! Take this! Start up! It's over!
Illuminate the storm!
Start up! It's almost too strong!
Put it open!
Be my guest! From the sky!
Take this!
Here I come! It's over!
A wailing
Take
density
this!
of lightning! I'm ready!
Technique.
How are your weapons holding up?
Best not to give me any.
As impressive as always.
And here I hoped I was improving.
My fists are crushing it out there!
Little help!
Take this!
Now you see what I can do!
Double demon fang! Here I come! Double demon fang!
Lightning orb! Raging do it!
Elusive deity!
Look sharp!
Lightning tiger blade! Small, but a victory. Nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
Armored soldiers!
Some of Volron's former guards.
Let's take them out quick before things get messy.
Oh, glory unto Volron!
Lay down your arms, and no one has to get hurt.
Silence! Traitors like you shall never walk free!
I knew you were stubborn, but you don't have to be so damn dramatic.
Between heaven and earth!
Here I come!
Here I come!
Double demon fang!
Leave the enemy parts to me!
No complaints here!
Here, let me help.
Double demon fang!
Take this! Okay, here I am.
I'm in your deck, Green.
Tonight's meal is on you. Good job.
Astral energy!
Say no more!
What's with the hole here? Is that supposed to be their hideout?
It doesn't look like it's freshly dug, whatever it is. Maybe it's the entrance to a path to Cyslodia. Everything all right?
Hmm? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Let's go. I don't know when it happened, but we sure are hauling a lot of stuff these days.
I was just thinking the exact same thing. Glad to hear I'm not the only one.
We should probably clear some stuff out. Like our old weapons we're not using anymore. They must be in pretty bad shape by now.
No way. Those are still good as new with a little polishing. If anything, I'd say all our armor is what's weighing us down.
But that armor's also still good once you fix it up. Besides, better to have too much armor than too little. You can trust me on that one.
Well, what about all these dumb old antiques we're lugging around? If we sell those off, that should lighten our load.
Simpletons such as yourself who can't appreciate the true worth of such things is how precious art vanishes from history.
Pretty art's not gonna save you in a fight, man.
Stop it, you guys! This is no time to...
All I really meant to say is, you can tell how much we've been through by everything we're carrying around. Honestly, that's all.
Oh.
My deepest apologies. It appears that I may have rather overreacted.
Yeah, I guess it's only natural we'd have so many souvenirs by now. I might have been out of line too.
I guess all this stuff really is a sign of how far we've come together.
Yeah, every little piece is its own treasure filled with memories.
Well then, I should probably think about tonight's menu.
Tell me, Alphen, wherever did you learn how to wield a sword?
I was wondering the same thing too, actually. I'm guessing you knew how to fight before you met the Crimson Crows, right?
I used to be a soldier who served a Danan master. I never saw the guy's face, but I still fought for him because he was my employer. Looking back, it wasn't all that different from being a slave.
A Danan master? That must have been before the Renans brought you to Lenegis 300 years ago.
You must fight using real Danan techniques then.
Really? We used to have our own sword arts?
There's a lot of our own history we've lost since the Renans first invaded. It's not all magic and art. I'm sure it includes things like sword styles too. It's incredible and also a little surreal to see those arts still survive after all this time.
Not only that, but I first learned these moves while serving one ruler, only to end up turning my sword on the ruling class altogether. Pretty ironic when you think about it.
I apologize if I dredged up unfortunate memories for you.
Nah, we're good. It's in the past now. All we ever did in those days was stir up trouble.
You're using those skills for a good cause now. It's not all bad.
I suppose this is what people mean when they say that every cloud has its silver lining.
Exactly. He's using those sword skills to make the world better. Could be a lot worse.
True enough. I will stop worrying about mentioning it then. Something feels odd here. Beyond... Your guard.
No wonder we couldn't manage to find them. They've been holed up here all this time, hiding.
The remnants of Voron's forces. You think they were planning an ambush on Pelagian?
Possibly. Then again, knowing how blind their devotion is, maybe they were just waiting.
Waiting? For Voron, you mean?
Even though we already defeated him? But yes, I suppose you're right. For these guys, that would just be a technicality. They act more like worshippers than subjects. They're probably still in denial that he was overthrown in the first place.
Either that, or they were biding their time until the next crown contest. Either way, their allegiance is to their lord.
Who they're convinced and expectant will return. So in the meantime, they wait patiently in preparation for the day that he finally does. That's way more than just loyalty. It's no less than total subjugation.
Retreat if you know what's good for you!
Far enough!
A wailing blade!
Double demon fang! I'll take you all on! You're mine! I'm ready!
They're all coming after me! Maybe my arts do have a place in this world. Astral energy!
Say no more!
Barely a blip on our radar.
You've noticed it, haven't you?
Notice what?
I'm referring to Shion.
I never thought you, of all people, would come to me about her.
Yes, well, what concerns me has more to do with what machinations may be currently unfolding in secret on Lenegis as we make our way along this tunnel.
And you're saying it's related to Shion in some way?
Perhaps. She believed there was a good possibility that the Renis Alma may free her from her thorns. One would think after losing the Renis Alma, she would be more dismayed, and yet she isn't. Why? There's also the matter of the power that she inherited from...
You heard what she said. She didn't know about the Maiden's power.
Mere ignorance does not preclude her deep connection to the events unfolding around us. You recall when her thorns went rampant in Castle Del Faris. I've never seen dark astral energy manifest in such a way.
I thought you said all Renans had dark astral energy inside of them.
Correct. However, what Shion exhibited was far beyond what any ordinary citizen could ever possibly possess. And let me be clear. I do not intend to cast doubt on Shion, or her motives. Nevertheless, I cannot shake the feeling that there's more to all of this than what we currently know. Do you disagree?
It's obvious that people used to go through here in order to get to the other realms.
You think Voron really did seal it off to keep it hidden?
Go no further!
Anything in armor is all mine! Armor won't save you!
Your wings won't save you from me!
You're finished!
Dance in
You're
the
mine! We got fire!
I've got it! Let a marksman handle it!
How are your weapons holding?
That's not to give me any ideas.
As impressive as always. This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Well then, I should probably think about tonight's menu.
Gotta break through! Here I come! Double demon fang! Ready to go!
Blaze of fear! Pierce
I'm not
evil!
done! Double demon fang!
In a blind freeze!
I'm ready! Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
I'm ready!
Astral energy, full throttle!
My...
The design of this equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen.
How much do they have to steal from us to be satisfied?
What's that thing's purpose, anyway?
Some kind of siphon that sends the astral energy the Lords harvested to Lenegus?
Not as far as I'm aware. That said, it has become evident since the forming of the Renaissance, as well as other recent events, that my insight may be thin. I would, as I believe the saying goes, take what I say with a grain of salt.
Dohalim.
At the very least, I believe we can assume that whoever is pulling the strings behind the scenes has had this in the works for quite some time.
Why's that?
The people on Lenegus may have plenty of resources at their disposal, but not even they could prepare something like that in a mere month. Something of that magnitude takes considerable time, as well as a predetermined goal in mind.
Then what was the crown contest for?
At this stage, I think it was but one step in the greater scheme we see unfolding before us. What that scheme is exactly, I haven't a clue. For now, I believe we should keep moving. The path continues. It's quite possible it will take us all the way to Cislodia.
Agreed. Let's keep moving.
So Shion's thorns are dark astral energy.
Rinwell, are you worried about Shion?
Of course I am. But I don't know how to talk to her about it. Come to think of it, what happened to those 4 lights that fell from Lenegus along with the Wedge?
All 4 of them scattered in different directions. It's anyone's guess where on Dana they might have landed.
I'm not entirely sure, but it seemed like those lights may have all been different elements of astral energy.
So even though they're using the Wedge to siphon off energy from Dana, they're shooting it back down to Dana as well? Why?
I don't know. It all happened so suddenly.
Hopefully it's not a sign of some new threat we'll have to deal with.
But if that red woman has anything to do with the Wedge, then what could that light...
It's weird, isn't it?
Oh?
The Red Woman. Shion and Dohalim said they'd never seen her before Pelegion.
Are you saying they're lying to us?
No, it's not that I think they're lying, just... there has to be some reason for it, right?
Well, one thing the two of them have in common is that they're both Renans.
Okay, you two. Put a pin in it for now. I know that we're in the dark about a lot, but for now, let's focus on getting through these mountains.
Yeah, of course.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Huh? I think someone's calling out for us.
No way.
All right? You don't say. Stay calm.
Huh?
Good.
Sure.
Perhaps you shouldn't have gotten your hopes up.
I felt moved by people whose love transcended the
Huh?
Ridiculous.
Got it.
Right. We've reached our destination. I'm glad I made it in time.
I wish I could use healing arts.
Man,
An opponent like this should be easy.
This one's mine!
Double demon fang! Burn in hell! I can carve through armor! I'm ready! Take it away! Rising Falcon! Double demon fang! Take this!
hold up. Is this as valuable as I think it is?
Great, now I'm hurt and dirty.
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
Come and face me! Eat dirt!
They're all coming after me!
I'm coming, Manuel.
I'm not scared. I'm totally fine. Now!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
No escape!
I'll stop its charge! Thanks, Kisara.
Take this!
There's more where that came from.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Hell yeah! There's no way.
Shion, could we talk a moment?
Hey, do you have time to talk? There's something I need to ask you.
Of course. What's up?
It's about the doll I used to have as a little girl. I gave it some more thought, and I still don't remember actually receiving it from anyone.
You were so little. I don't think it's that surprising you've forgotten, is it?
Yeah, but here's the thing. That doll was so old, I'm starting to think I just always had it with me from the start. I know that it's extremely unlikely, but after last time we talked, it got me thinking. Maybe you brought the doll that child made with you to Lenegus.
I couldn't be.
Are you saying you didn't? Look, logically speaking, I know it's a lot more likely that you didn't bring it with you than you did. But you can't say for sure you didn't, right? Crazier things have happened. I always thought I'd be alone, only to end up meeting you, and Law, and Rinwell, and Kisara, and Dohalim. Sometimes things happen in life that we never thought possible.
You make a good point. I left everyone and everything I knew behind 300 years ago. But now, I'm not so alone anymore.
Exactly. You crossed all those centuries to find all of us, so...
Why can't a little doll have made the same jump too?
Right? Look, it's up to you to decide if there's any meaning behind all of this. But I choose to think there is.
Yeah, I think so too. There's something beautiful about the whole thing that simply can't be denied.
I think it's time we go to sleep. Did you get enough sleep?
Huh? I think someone's calling out for us.
Yeah!
Sure. How did it come to this?
You're a beautiful woman, Shion. That's a good thing, right?
Wait, Kisara! Hey, Kisara! How did it come to this?
Right, here goes!
Now you see what I can do!
No further!
I'll be standing here on mine.
Where are you
Going. Do it! Kisara, frozen!
Hammer! I'll take you all on! Use this deity! Double demon blade!
Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Not a chance! Double demon blade! It's over! I'll thank you! You're finished!
Lunar corruption! Gained by the power of...
That was almost too easy.
No enemy can stand against us.
If only every battle went so well.
That thing looks like trouble.
Quite. I doubt we'd fare well against it.
We've reached our destination.